All right, here we are. We're with Hard as Luck. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Great. Good. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Let's start right here.
Jace Belanger, the bass player.
Alicia.
The drummer.
Who are you? The manager.
Yeah, band manager.
No, the piano player.
Yeah.
The future piano player.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm Brooke, I'm guitar player.
Right on, guys. Well, that was an awesome set. I really appreciate that.
No problem. Thanks
So-
for having us out.
So when did this all start, this Hard as Luck thing?
Oh, we played together since me and Brooke were 14. I was 14. Brooke was like 15 or 16, and we just kind of broke up for a little bit and then got back together, and all this shit happened.
Cool.
Yeah, we were, well, as for the band itself, we were Hard as Luck Blues Band about 3 years ago. We had another guitar player. We played mostly cover songs and some old rock and blues and a few originals. Then, like Jay said, we were together for about 2 years or better, and he got a hold of us and was like, "You want to jam?" And we're like, "Yeah, let's jam." We wanted to jam for 2 years.
That's awesome. And lucky enough you have your wife playing drums for you, eh?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
me and the old lady have been practicing a whole bunch of new tunes at home in those last couple of years, just messing around or whatever, and nothing serious. We're trying to make anything really happen. And Jay's come over. I was like, well, we got these songs. Like one of the songs, Blues Man, on the album is something I wrote when I was 22 years old, and Pushing It to Make It, the title track, is 8 months old.
Yeah.
Hard as Luck, they got Push It to Make It, their new album out, and you guys can find it at all your local stores, really, because these are some local residents here, so...
Yeah, you can find it Sam the Record Man, Church Key Brewery, the Black Dog in Stirling here, also at that little pub in Camelford as well.
Yeah.
And there's another.
Pandora Records and Tweed
That's
also
awesome.
has it. So
Good job for out there on the grind, independent people. That's what I love to see. Man.
And our
Independent.
next mission is going down to the radio stations, maybe college radio, and we'll see what the, like Rock 107, we're not...
Yeah, 91X will probably play your stuff on New Music Monday.
It's like
Yeah, so that'll be our next thing here. So
That's cool. So, how many songs you got on this here? And they're all original songs.
yes, 8 songs on there.
That's cool.
Like I said, some are songs I wrote a long time ago, and some are new.
Yeah, we got back together and started jamming, and within 6 months we had an album.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a really great feel. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like don't take offense, but I love the kind of reference stuff. It's like Danko Jones and it's like July Talk. Like you guys got you guys got both the raspy voice that actually matches together. Cause like I've known Jason for a long time, and I asked him like, "Is that Jason?" You're like, "No, it's me." I'm like, "You guys are awesome." Like,
yeah, we do sound very similar.
Yeah.
like, and I'm really a anxious person, so the record really never would have happened without Pat McTaggart in the Groove Studios. He's a longtime friend. My cousin Matt Ray plays in a band called The Zone with them. They're amazing.
I love you, Pat.
And Pat was amazing. Like, this is the only. He makes it feel like home. Just to let you know, at In the Groove Studios last year Christmas, Robin Scott was #1 in Canada, and that was recorded at In the Groove Studios.
Awesome.
So, and that was almost
that was in
top. Like, I don't want to reference something that's wrong, but I'm going to say at least top 50 in the States as well.
That's cool.
Last Christmas.
So where was that studio?
That's just in Madoff, Pat's garage.
Dirty old
The guy
Madoff.
is a genius, though.
Oh yeah.
He is absolutely. He can play like all the instruments and.
Helps produce you and kind of shape you,
Oh yeah.
right?
That's
Gotta
right.
keep it pretty much.
Pat, as for Wicked Woman, I started singing it, and he stops me, and goes, "All right, how about you do that again, but not so beat." And just stuff like it just give you a hard time. And just look at you and be like,
that sucked. You should probably try that again.
Yeah, he knows he knows what you have too, right? And that's it's nice to have a producer like that who will be like, all right, and not just be happy to your first take.
No.
Like tonight, you know what I mean? I was like, if you guys want to do any other song you want to do or whatever you want, it's like we're here just to help each other out.
I think we did the album in 3 or 4
three sittings.
3 evenings, and I went back in once and did some guitar.
Some fills and some leads. Cool.
Nice, yeah.
That's really cool. So what? Obviously, what do you put yourselves as? Hard rock, like rock and roll.
Rock and blues, man.
We've had a couple of old guys like that know ZZ Top from the early days, like the first 3 albums before they were really famous, and we've been referenced like to ZZ Top and some old bands like that, and I'm totally cool with that because
old ZZ Top is kick ass.
That's right. Pre-beer.
Yes.
I'm trying.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what kind of music did you get raised up on here, Brooke? Like, and when did you start playing guitar?
Yeah, I started playing guitar when I was 13. My dad had albums and stuff, rock albums and that, and he was a big Skynyrd fan and stuff. Yeah. But then I watched a local band called the Blues Harvest Band. Dave Embry used to play in, and Rick Boyle is a guitar player. It just blew my mind every time I watched them. I always wanted to play because of that. And then I got playing guitar, and my dad was like, no, if you're going to play guitar, you can buy your own. So I got $100 saved together. Bruce had a music store here in Stirling. And I went down there, and there's a guitar for $169 on consignment, acoustic, because Dad's like, it's got to be acoustic. So he finally gets me in the car one day. We go for a drive. I only have $100. He goes in, and we stop at the music store. I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, let's go look at this guitar.
Nice.
So we went in.
You put your guts into it, right?
He helped me out, gave me that $69 or whatever. He's like, that's for your birthday. And I was like, okay, thanks, Dad. I went home. I played it all night. He's like, Brooke, that's so good, but can you stop for tonight? And then it just never stopped from there. I ended up getting a Stratocaster and finding out who Stevie Ray Vaughan was and Jimi Hendrix and that kind of stuff. And then it just kind of evolved. Like now I would say Paul Kossoff from Free. Mm-hmm. He's one of my favorite guitar players ever. There's just some simplicity about just some raw vibrato that he is.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, you turn your amp right up, and that's what's making it just shake, right?
Hey guys, it's Chrissy here from Tyrannosaur's Pets. We're located downtown Belleville at 292 Front Street, and we're kind of an unusual store, you could say. We have lots of fun animals, and actually today I brought a couple of my personal pets to show you. I want you to meet Mango. And if I just turn a little bit here, this is Bella. Bella is our 4-year-old blue and gold macaw. And our Mango, he's a little bit older. He's 7. Now, the cool part about these birds, they talk, right? How cool is it to have an animal that can talk back to you, right? So usually, if I go like this, Mango will say hi. But he's not always in the mood. Now, blue and gold macaws are really interesting. They come from a place in South America like Bolivia, Venezuela, all over the place. Well, they used to be. his natural habitat is actually shrinking very much, just like every other crazy, amazing wild animal in the world, right? I think there's about 1,500 of them only left in the wild. So sometimes we have to really dig in and appreciate breeding programs in captive breeding. So ours obviously come from captive breeding. We wouldn't take them out of the wild. Now, blue and golds eat incredible things. They can take a walnut, crack it right like that. It's almost terrifying how that beak can be so strong, right, Mango? He agrees. He loves watermelon. He loves Brazilian nuts, almonds, grapes. There are some things that he can't have, like avocados. And they actually shouldn't even have apple seeds, so we have to take those out. They do require a lot of care, just like any bird that we would sell here at Tyrannosaurus, which they require a lot of special care depending on what type they are. So every morning I cook fresh chop for the birds. That means they get fresh, maybe sweet potatoes and some legumes, some dark greens mixed in with fruits and calcium. And of course, a pelleted formula that you can get right here at the store. So we have talking birds at the store though, guys, for sale. We have some cool Indian ringnecks that we'll show you another time. But today it's all about Mango and the Bella. Right, Bella? Bella can say, "Where's your glasses?" Hello. She likes to say our son's name, where Mango actually has limited vocabulary. Each bird is incredibly different. So Mango really has limited vocal ability just because maybe he chooses to. He's a bit stubborn. Where Bella is younger and she just copies you, or parrots you, if you will. Now, these guys, just like any bird, is a huge commitment. Huge! These guys can live as long as a human. And they do require a lot of space. We don't want to put them in an itty-bitty cage. We want them in a great big, hopefully a hand-built aviary would be lovely. Bella, where are you going? You want to step up? Step up. Good girl. Say hi. Bella actually just come to us, and you'll see a little bit of damage on her wings, but don't worry. It's just a nasty habit she created. She got a little bit of naked chicken on the front too. But we're working on this with proper stimulation, such as amazing foraging toys. And that means we hide little treats inside of her toys so that when we're not able to give her love and attention, she is not bored, because a bird that's bored in captivity does this actually. And sometimes they do it for other reasons, like hormones. You don't want to, hey buddy, you want to step up? You want to step up? Good, step up. This is Mango. Mwah. He is beautiful. Isn't he beautiful? His wingspan is over 3 feet wide. You guys, I'm barely 5 feet tall. Good boy. Perch. That means Mango's wings, when he gets them going, is literally 3/4 the size of I am. It's wild. Now, gosh, there's so much I could tell you about birds. I absolutely adore birds. I am not a fan. Now, a lot of people ask me this here at Tyrannosaurus Pets. And I'm just going to throw this out there to you. A lot of people ask me, will you cut my birds' wings? Will you clip them so they don't fly? My solid answer is hard pass. Nope. I'm out. I really am a firm believer that a bird should have wings because that's how it is, right? If you take off its wings, maybe then it's a hamster. I love birds. I love for them to fly around the house. And I think it's really, really cool to have exotic birds if you are a proper pet owner. So if you are wanting to consider, Bella is our silly little baby, can you tell? If you ever want to consider purchasing a bird here at Tyrannosaurus Pets, please come on down. Let's have a good conversation about it. We pride ourselves in having education on all the animals that we share with you. But Bella and Mango are not for sale, but they're pretty incredible, and they come to work with us maybe once or twice a week. So if you come down to 292 Front Street, you might just see one. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little clip on macaws, blue and gold macaws. Maybe next time we'll show you scarlet.
So,
bye.
For an amp, I actually got this, and I inherited this amp. It's a Trainer YBA1. So it's this was my grandpa step-grandfather, Bill Cole, he was a professional musician, played in Singing Post Family and different bands. He was a traveling musician. And it's a 1967, so I was pretty lucky to get that. I really didn't know what I had for a few years. But this is basically JTM 45 or a Fender Bassman, but Canadian made. You can throw this baby off a roof and she'll still be good.
Yeah, I actually inherited the one from my grandmother too, because she was in a band too, and that was the go-to, the workhorse.
That's right.
What's it have in it for speakers?
This is a new cabinet. It's two vintage 30s.
Yep.
And Trainer was kind enough, because I'm real picky, I sent this cabinet back and asked them why it didn't have supports going from the front to the back of the cabinet. So they put one in there for free. This is the only cabinet that has that.
That's cool.
It's all done by Trainer though, because I said, hey man, it's not built like the old stuff. Why don't you make it like the old one was? So they did that for me. That's how good Trainer is.
That's awesome.
This amp's been repaired at Trainer too.
Yep.
They were kind enough. I actually blew an output transformer. I was really upset, but Hammond, we got a hold of Hammond transformers. They got the blueprints from '67. All the tools made the identical transformer for this thing, so it's like the one from '67.
That's awesome.
And we had Trainer fix her up for me, but
that's so cool, man.
And
what's the big purple thing up top here?
Well, I run everything on. She's buzzy when it's up, but I run everything on 10. So it's got 4 inputs: a high and a low, a bright channel, and a normal channel.
Okay.
I bridge the channels. I run everything on 10.
Oh, wow.
It's Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh says everything on 10 is where the amp is supposed to be. Then you're just taking stuff away from it. So I get this purple box. All this does is turn the volume down. It's called an attenuator. It's made by Rivera. It's a really expensive unit, but you gotta have the good one to keep your sound right. And then I just I can take my decimals to wherever I want. So when I'm in the studio, I can turn it down to so you can't even hear it. And this amp is extremely loud, and I can turn it down to nothing with it all the way up.
So I know you kind of just explained to me, but why would you run everything on 10?
Because this is a one-channel amp. There's no distortion on this amp.
Okay.
All my gain comes from the amp being turned up all the way.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I know, like, if you turn up a guitar knob, you'll get more of a crunch out of it,
and
right?
The only reason I do that, is if you listen to anything from the 60s or the 70s, that's an amp turned up all the way.
Right.
Because there's preamp tubes in an amp and there's power tubes in an amp. Power tubes have got to be cranking to get that dynamic overdrive.
Yeah.
So the amp's cranked, that gets your sound. I use no gain pedal. My gain is my volume control on
right.
my guitar. So
cool.
Normally I plug this straight in, but
and then what do you have?
Here I got this. Sole purpose was to fill sound up for the album we did.
So what is it?
This is a Keeley pedal. It does 5 different effects. I only use a couple. The effects that I'm using on it are rotary. So it's like a Leslie, and I use it at super fast speeds. So you'll hear that in pushing it to make it. That's why my guitar sounds like it's going through like water type of sound.
Yeah.
And then I have a fuzz on this side, and I use the fuzz. It's a fuzz pedal basically. I use that for a little bit extra gain, and then I just have a JH1 Hendrix wah. So it's like kind of like replicated off an old Vox wah.
Okay, and I don't know too much about the wah, so I know I seen you click down on it hard, and that was that to activate it?
Yeah, actually it used to have to be stomped on, but my rubbers have come out, or a little bit squashed down now. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to hit it as hard anymore. So you have to push down to turn the button on,
okay.
And then you rock. When you're up, it's bassy, and when you're down, it's treble. So it's basically like working your tone knob on your guitar.
Going back and forth between your pots, pretty much.
Yes.
Cool. Well, I really can't wait to look. Well, here, let's look at this little microphone. You just got a 58 going up front here.
Yeah, Jace uses my instrument mic for vocals, and this is my. They're pretty close, the same mics.
Yeah, for sure.
I've always used one. That's my second one. They last forever usually.
Well, you have an amazing armory here of axes.
Yeah. So I'll just shut this off quick.
Yeah, no worries. Actually, stand right there anyways. The light looks better on it.
These I gotta have all the time.
Okay, yeah.
My bobbleheads always come with me.
Loser.
But
look at that thing shine.
So this one here, this is a pretty special guitar. my wife is the reason I have this. It's a 2016 Gibson SG 12 string neck through, so it's built like a Firebird. So it's a 9-ply walnut mahogany. See the thin stripes of walnut in there.
Yeah.
There's 75 of these guitars in the world, this color, and 75 in a cherry red. This one doesn't come out of the case very often.
I know when you plug that thing in there in that last song, it just rang through. I don't know. I wanted to call it a lightsaber for some reason. Just maybe like, vroom, like.
I play a 12 string like I would play a 6 string.
Yeah.
Most people that play a 12 string, you'd hear clean and chords.
Yeah.
But
That was cool,
that's
man.
not what I do. It's just something cool. It makes it like an effect almost on its own. It's a really nice guitar. It's got like burst bucker pickups in it.
So with the neck through thing, I know I mentioned earlier, does that, because it's a 12 string and it's to hold it to stabilize it, or is it just
Not necessarily
the feature?
It's just a feature.
It's really cool. It's all raised up.
Yeah. Only basically a Firebird without the Firebird wings on it. It's got SG wings glued on it instead of Firebird wings.
Beautiful guitar.
Yeah, I love this one. It's this one will always be around. That's for sure. I've had for a while. It's gone through some changes. As you can see here, this is stock. It had a whammy system on it at one point.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't stay in tune. It was horrible. Like the way I play, I just couldn't keep it in tune. So I went back to a stop tail. But if you notice on this guitar, how low the bridge is in the guitar, the neck angle on this guitar is one of the best guitars I've ever seen constructed by Gibson.
That's beautiful.
It's had its hard luck. It's had the headstock broke off twice. But as you can see, the action on that guitar is mint.
Who fixed your guitar? Who put the headstock back on it?
Brett McNeil. He does all the work out at Long McQuaid. If you
Okay.
take your stuff down there, and it needs some serious work. He just did a $12,000 Martin neck set.
Really?
Like on a $12,000 Martin guitar.
Wow.
It just, he's amazing.
That's crazy.
So yeah, this one, it's a 6-way switch. It's a little different. You get 3 humbuckers with it.
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of switching up the switch very much.
Yeah, that's 6 is a lot of channels to choose between.
Yeah, you can get confused. So this is, I like this. It's a good studio guitar though. It's a great guitar. You can get some pretty cool sounds out of this one.
Yeah, definitely.
And this one here is my #1 guitar now.
I know I picked that thing up earlier and it's so light.
I don't know if you could see, you probably can't see in the light, but it's all checked out and everything. It's feather light. I don't know, it might be 4.5 pounds.
Yeah,
This
it's
thing is
crazy.
so light.
Good guitar to have on your neck though for a long show at least, eh?
Yeah, and 1 P90, this thing just screams. I was lucky enough, my beautiful wife brought this home one day for me.
Good thing we're having a wife at a music store.
Yeah.
Good and bad thing probably though, right?
Yeah, it's hard to make money. But yeah, this guitar is it's just nothing special. Just a 2018 SG Junior Special Edition. Every guitar I have here is a limited model.
That's cool.
They're not just an off-the-shelf guitar. They're not custom shop, but they are limited editions.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one.
So why do you always go to that style of guitar? Just your thing?
I played Stratocasters for years. I got a old 91 Strat Plus that's had everything done to it. And Jimmy Vaughn signed it.
Yeah.
We met Jimmy. He was an awesome guy.
Cool.
And then I went to an SG because I could plug it straight into my amp.
Yeah.
And that's all I needed was
Right.
the guitar and the amp. And a Strat is a really good pedal platform guitar. We're 3-piece. I need something big and heavy.
Yeah.
We like rock and roll, a little bit heavy. Like I'm a blues man from always loved blues music, but I like some grunt behind. I love Black Sabbath too. So
Yeah. Definitely got some crunch with it. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, that's why I went with the SG, and the SG is just absolutely, especially this one with the neck joint on this one.
Yeah. It's all one piece, right?
You can get right up to like the last fret is where the neck is joined.
Right. Yeah.
Usually guitars are joined back further.
Right.
So it's,
Gotcha.
It's just so nice to play for me.
That's cool.
That's why I went to this.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you.
No problem, Joel. Thanks, man.
That's awesome. When did you start playing drums?
So drums didn't start until I was with Brooke, actually.
Awesome.
So I played guitar and sang grade 7, 8-ish, and then growing up in a house with, well, there was 4 of us girls, so a drum kit was just not one of those things you have in a house that only had 2 bedrooms for 4 of us. So, but anyways, I always wanted to be a drummer, and I didn't get my first drum kit probably until I was 20 maybe, like that, I think.
I'd say you were 24.
24. Yeah.
You hold it down well.
20.
And that's the nice thing about guitar too, though, right? If you kind of got this, that's kind of like your hi-hat. You know, if you got rhythm with your hand,
Yeah.
like you kind of got, like that's what I found from going from drums, guitar, and back and forth. So
And it was like the best gift I ever got. Like, that was just one of those things that of everything I've ever got, I came down into the basement and there was this Westbury drum kit all set up with like Sabian B8 symbols on it, and it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And rocked that out for a year, I think, and
Year or two,
year
maybe.
or 2 maybe. I think 2 probably, because time flies. And then had a nice offer from somebody and got a used, better, awesome kit, which
Was a PDP?
yeah, it was a PvP
Was it
by
pink?
DW,
Was it the
so it
red
was
one?
a great upgrade.
Pink.
It was
The pink
sparkle
set.
purple, guys.
Oh.
And it
Very
had
winkle.
like this like black
Periwinkle,
fade.
yeah.
Well, when you get the sparkly red one.
No, that was the same one.
It's the same one. It was
Oh,
sparkle
you mean
purple.
box?
I'll show you a picture.
yeah.
Oh, you might be thinking of the drum head
Yeah.
maybe. I'm not sure.
Anyways.
So yeah, so then finally, well, I now work at Long and McQuaid Music Store.
Oh,
and
that's gotta be
just
dangerous.
The best,
It is
dangerous blessing.
It's
like,
horrible.
job ever. So I get to see really cool stuff when it comes in, and I saw that my kit, and I have a problem with that color as well too. So
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It didn't hit
Matches
the
the bass,
floor.
too.
Let's just say that I just
It didn't hit the floor.
I kind of bought it when it came into the store, and then all that was missing, it was the shells that, and
Yeah.
didn't matter what heads were on it. You could tell it's a nice kit. Didn't matter the tuning. It sounded 1,000 times better
Yeah.
to me sitting down playing it. And then once you add on the really nice cymbals, just in the last year,
Yeah.
I got nice cymbals, which made everything, when you add on to the drum kit, just makes it better and better.
I totally agree.
Upgrading, it takes time sometimes, but once you know you're in it, cut out the number 2, go just
That's right.
get the good stuff, you know you're gonna get it anyways.
That's right. Exactly. Don't buy it twice, right?
You
I've
know,
really found that
I've
out in my
learned-
older
I've
age.
learned that. So, like, a lot of the hardware that I've purchased has been pretty great. And I haven't had to buy number 3 for that, but the drum kit, I'll be playing that one till the day I die.
That's awesome. It will be there for you. That's for
Yeah.
solid kit. So how's it going tonight? Good set.
Thank
I loved it. Nice drum kit.
Thank you.
What do we got here?
I love it. This is my 3rd and last kit. This is a 4-piece Keystone Turquoise luggage kit. It's nice that it's kind of scaled down than the last one, and definitely much better. And pieces from, Christmases along the way. Of course, stands are expensive, so every once in a while I'll get a stand or a nice seat for Christmas.
I know those stools are
This
not.
one's awesome.
They're crazy.
And the biggest, newest, best thing that I got that made the biggest difference was cymbals.
Yes, I just noticed that because you obviously got a matching set. Are your hi hats the same as them too, or
Yes, they are.
yeah? Because I found when I bought my, like, I used to have cymbals on mine that were just kind of randoms that I was buying along the way, and they all had a different tone. But when you get an actual matching set,
World
splash,
of a
splash,
difference.
splash, they're all kind of in the same range because they're all hammered at the same time, right?
Yep, you got it. Sonically, you're like it's a perfect sound when you hit them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it makes a world of a difference when you play.
Cool. Well, I love it. I love it. And thank you so much for having me out tonight. And keep up the great work.
Awesome, thanks, Joel.
Thank you. All right, guys, how you doing? This is a little artist break on what's happening. I'm gonna do it on myself today because I'm a little bit crafty, and my kids are crafty, and my wife is super crafty. So we all like to do this kind of stuff, and we like to use our imaginations. So first thing I'm going to show you is a cool guitar shelf that I built. It was an old guitar that I got offline for like 20 bucks. It was broken, so what I did was I took the face off it and replaced the insides with just some random scrap pieces of wood, and it makes a really cool little shelf because I like to hang guitars in my kitchen here, and I just get to add little stuff into it and part of myself. I've made a few of them, and they're pretty cool, pretty easy. So if you have an old guitar laying around, tear the front off it and make yourself a cool shelf that you can hang on there. I've also seen it where they take the back off it, so they leave the hole in it and they do it the other way, and it's easier to screw to your wall. I have mine hanging off a hanger, so try it out. Next thing I did was, I'm a machinist by trade, so I'm really good at looking at stuff and being like, this is what I can do to this. So I had an old BC Rich Warlock bass, and it was all blue and crappy. So what I did was I took a piece of checker plate aluminum from work and traced it out, cut it out at work, and just replaced the front of it and just gave it a little bit of style. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually, this one's for sale, and I have a guy come to pick it up here next weekend. So that's pretty cool. That's something you can do too. And the next thing I want to show you is another cool guitar I made. It's a steampunk guitar. This thing right here is heavy metal, literally. The entire thing is made out of steel. I welded it at my house. I got a little shop that I like to make a bunch of cool stuff in. So this right here is a steampunk guitar. What I did was I made the outside of it with gear chain from work. I put some pressure gauges in it to make it look like it's running. Some different toggles and spark plug in it. I have a piston out of a weed eater. I took an old gas weed eater apart and found a cool piston in it because that was cool as shit. Put a backing on it, and the thing works. I only have 3 strings on right now because when I built it during COVID times, there was no stores open. But it's pretty cool. Plugs in, all completely working. I like to use my mind. I like to use my imagination. And if I see something that I want, I'm pretty sure I can build it. And that's the way I'm pretty sure you can do the same thing. So if you have something you want, then just try it, right? Because that's all it does is trial and error. And if you don't do it right the first time, pretty sure you're going to learn what to do right the second time. So make yourself some crafts, and I can't wait to see them. Peace, guys. That's what's happening.
When did you start playing bass? And I think you were a guitar player first, weren't you? Or
No, I got a bass from my older brother when I was 12 years old, and I jumped into it and played all through high school and everything, in school band and everything like that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I went through the old Yamaha, and then I got my mom actually. I wanted this Fender that I have so bad. And Buddy was selling it for a steal. Yeah. And it was just out to lunch cheap, like $320 for a Fender Jazz bass.
That's
and
awesome.
I was like, Mom, I need this. My mom bought it for me. That was when I was like 15.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great bass. I love it. I won't sell it for the world. I've gone through a few amps over the years. I caught one on fire in Brooke's basement one time. Right after the day I brought it home from the store.
Was that like lighter fluid, or is that like electronics?
No, electrical.
The speaker
couldn't
break the speaker and cranked it.
just cranked it.
Speaker was
It was brand new and
it was
you
just
let it
smoking.
Yeah. Brooke, we're playing a song. Brooke's just like, man, it's like, I think your amp's on fire. And it's like, what? Look around. It was totally on fire. There was a slight flame. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I upgraded
You
to
gotta break those bass speakers in.
Yeah, I
Like warm up a bit.
I figured that out, turn it right full as soon as I got home.
Thank God for the warranty.
The warranty ended up paying for my other bass amp, but I was a Trainer 200, and I loved it. It was a great amp, but I got rid of that and got this ridiculous 300-watt guitar amp thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I love the sound.
It's full. It's just, it's completely unnecessary and awesome. I love it. Yeah.
2 gains.
Yeah,
Completely unnecessary, but needed.
But needed.
That's
Makes me
awesome.
sound cute.
That's really
Oh, hello.
So here we are with Jace. How you doing, brother?
Not too shabby. How are you, Joel?
Good. Wicked set, man. I want to go over your stuff you got going on here. So what do you got for a nice little bass guitar here, my friend?
I have a Fender Jazz sitting here, my lovely little Fender Jazz that my mother bought me actually a long time ago, and I'm very happy with it. Love it. And this is my Randall 300-watt tube guitar amp that has no business being played with the bass, but it still works lovely. 412 Heart Key guitar cab. It's got 2 gain channels. Love it. And that's pretty much all my gear.
So, like you were showing me when you were playing there, you got your you got a normal gain and then a second gain on it. So
there's regular channel right there. Or sorry, that's clean. Channel 1, channel 2, 2 gains, man.
That's crazy.
And it really, really changes the dynamic of it.
So like you said, you're playing through a guitar amp, and I really noticed that you got like a pretty cool distorted sound out of that bass.
Yeah,
like
it's
good.
extremely crunchy.
That's
coming
cool,
out of
man.
that thing. It's awesome.
That's good. Well, I really loved it. What are you singing out of here? You got an instrument mic you're singing out of today?
It's an SM57 Shure.
Yeah, so you can just kind of sing from the side or from the front if you want,
That's
right?
exactly it. I love it.
Cool, man.
Great, man.
Awesome. So yeah, how can we find you? How can people find the stuff that you have? You got some stuff on YouTube.
So, not really on YouTube.
You will now.
We will now. But I'm on Facebook. My name's Brooke Ray. Anybody can add me. And
we have a Facebook page.
We have a Facebook page.
Hard as Luck.
Yes, Hard as Luck. It's our band page. You can find little jams and stuff like.
I know
the recordings are really cruddy, but there is some okay content on there.
We've pondered, and I think we did it before. We'll do a Facebook Live for like our practice.
Yeah, that's always fun.
night or
Exactly. So
something.
find you guys and keep.
You'll never find me on the internet.
Yeah.
I haven't had the internet ever.
Band page on Facebook, and then if we're doing a jam night at home, then there's a good chance you can enjoy a show just sitting on the couch at home.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I can't thank you guys enough, and I love the style. Like I really do. I love the style, and keep going. Like I got chills the one time. It's not because it was cold out. I think that you guys were hitting those riffs all at the same time. And you all had your moment in that one song, and on all the songs. But like I can't say enough about it.
Everybody's got a favorite, and everybody. It seems that everybody's favorite is a different song on the album.
Yeah.
And that's been one of the better compliments to hear.
Isn't it, right?
Is
That's cool. Not just like it's like, oh, this is a hit song because it's like a one-hit wonder. But no, you guys are consistent through it.
One song that was actually on the album called "Feeling Not Alone" wasn't even going to be on the album, and it ended up being one of my buddies. It's my buddy's favorite song.
That's awesome.
So I was like, oh, it's a good thing we put that one on. Dude.
Right on.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Well, I think we covered it. You guys got anything else you want to talk about?
Shout out to the Black Dog.
That's
Miles
right.
Yeah,
Restaurant.
Black Dog
Tonight,
Restaurant, Bar and Grill.
we're down at the Black Dog, and like that's just it. I've always said it. Support your local restaurants. Support your local water holes because they support us when we are in need, and everybody's in need right now. So order out, come in. Hopefully
I cook Thursday and Friday.
That's right. This year, cook right here, and hopefully we can get some live music going back here because as you've seen, we did this all tonight with Black Dog up on their little stage, and it's literally the staple of Stirling, and I want to thank Colleen and Jason and everybody who works here.
And if you want a CD from us, they're here at the Black Dog.
That's
So come on,
right.
grab a CD, and might as well stay and have something to eat.
That's right.
But come for the CD first.
No, Colleen is the best, and we really appreciate it.
Get over here.
Colleen, come here.
Hey, you.
Come here, Mom.
Mom.
Come here.
Hey, Matt.
Come here.
Colleen's been like a mother to me too when we were growing up.
So this is
We were terrible kids.
So this is Colleen, the owner of the Black Dog. We want to thank you for having us.
Thanks
out
so
here.
much, Colleen.
Thank you for all your hard work and staying open.
Now
for
she's
all
like,
this,
get
too.
the
This
hell
place looks so much better than my cruddy old house. But hey, and I painted this thing when we first opened.
Painted the beams.
We love this place, so
That's awesome.
we'll never stop
Played one
playing.
of our favorite shows here.
Oh yeah.
That's right. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, there it is. Episode 11 of What's Happening 613. Can't thank Hard as Luck enough. That band rocks. The album is amazing. They recorded right there in the Groove Studios in Madoc. Go check it out. Cool guy, Pat. He's going to be doing sound for us December 12th at our variety show at the Stirling Theater. So if you don't have your tickets for that yet, December 12th at 7 o'clock at the Stirling Theater, we're having a What's Happening variety show. You'll see the Stirling Jaybirds. You'll see the Fellowship. You'll see the Del Chuck Brothers. I like to call them the Garlic Boys. Who else will we have? We'll have the Bee's Knees. Yes, sir, the Bee's Knees. You gotta have the Bee's Knees with me, you know what I'm saying? The birds and the bees, baby. Yeah, so again, Hard as Luck. These guys kick ass. You can go get their album, The Black Dog, Sam the Record Man, a couple other cool spots, so go check them out. Soon their stuff will be up on Spotify and all that cool shit. Proud of you guys. Keep it up. Seriously, you're killing it. I want to thank Crystal from Tyrannosaur's Pets for the animal break. Me and her are doing something really cool. We're going to be doing this little animal break. Hopefully, one per episode. She has a lot of cool animals, and she sells a lot of cool animals. So if you want anything, or if you have any pet needs, go down to Tyrannosaur's Pets, downtown Belleville. It's right downtown, Front Street kind of thing. And she's going to be showing us a lot of cool stuff. Thank you, Crystal. Your macaws are beautiful, and a lot of cool information. She makes me smile, so I'm going to keep her going here. Hopefully she can help us out. I also did a little artist break. I like to do my arts and crafts. So if you have something you want to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just all it takes is just doing it. So keep it up. If you guys have anything you want to see or any businesses you want to promote or any of that stuff, reach out to me. Joel, you know me. I'm the guy to help out. If you need anything, I'm here. Let's do this. Let's make everybody flourish in this COVID time. Shop local. I know it's hard because everywhere's shutting down, but whatever, man. Let's keep doing as much as possible. Shop. If you're gonna shop online, why don't you shop locally, like maybe on Facebook, and try to like do some on porch buys, or you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even talking about it anymore. But anyways, episode 12 coming up. I got Tayard Frost. He's an old time fiddle player. He's in a band called Sheesh from Lois and Son. These guys are super friggin' inspirational to me. I love their music. Old time music at its best. My brother Jay's taken some fiddle lessons from him. Because if you know anything about violin, a violin and a fiddle is the same thing. But it's the way you play it is how it's called, I guess. So fiddling is a lot to do with your wrist. You got to fiddle around with it and keep going. So that's what he's learning right now, and he's killing it. I'm proud of my brother. A year in, not even, and he's freaking. We're playing songs as in our band now with the fiddle. So what more can you ask? Because that's what we want. All right, episode 13 coming up. I got a special guest. I want to get some female vocals in here soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. You might know who she is, and she's going to have her son with her. That's the only clue I'm going to give you. She's a female Quinny artist that plays with her son, and they are great, just like Tony the Tiger says, right? So guys, that's what's happening. Like, subscribe to my Hollow View Presents YouTube channel. Go share my Facebook page, because everything you share is sharing all of you local performers and artists. Thank you for making what's happening happen. And that's what's happening, guys. So peace, love, be safe out there. Wear your seatbelts, put on your snow tires. It's getting slick, so be careful. Cheers, and yeah, see ya.